Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. I'm so excited to be with you all today in my hometown of Reno, Nevada. I'm truly just can't believe what incredible speakers we have lined up today and that I get to be here talking with you about how important the next 9 days are to this election. You know, I've been an organizer with this campaign for a couple of months. I could tell you all about how this campaign and winning this election means a lot to me personally. Just as a young person, it means a lot to me personally as a young woman, someone who recently graduated with lots of debt, more than I want to think about right now, and is facing, just the incredible questions that we all are. But when I think about the next 9 days and how exhausted we can be with the news, how exhausted it is to hear someone call us when we don't want to talk to anyone and have to talk about voting, or maybe not wanting to send that extra tweet out to someone or extra text to get them to the polls. I'm thinking less about myself in those times, and I have to really focus on others and the people we're fighting for, especially for people in my life like my younger sister, Maggie. You know, I have a younger sister. She's going to be 17 on election day, missed it by 1 year, and she should be focusing on things like going to the prom when we could have them, or keeping her grades up. And instead she's wondering, is my mom gonna get COVID every time she goes to work? You know, she's wondering, how are we gonna pay for healthcare in the next year? Or will we have a planet in the next 50 years to even think about her future? And so when we go into these situations, remember that we're not just fighting for ourselves, we're fighting for all the people who are going to be impacted by this election. Some more and some less, but no one is going to be unaffected by the decisions that is going to be made in the next couple of weeks. So we are asking you here today, not just to be here for yourselves, though we're so grateful you are, but to be here and join this fight in the next 9 days to help us win here in Nevada and create big change all over. There are people who need us to be in this fight, who need us to be texting as many people as we can, signing up for just one more canvassing shift, one more phone bank, getting out to one more voter, because that will be the difference between winning and losing here in Nevada. And Nevada has so much power. We know that, I know that growing up here, and I'm so grateful you're in this fight with me. So again, thank you so much for being here. Thank you for joining this fight. I'm so excited to be here with you all. Thank you again.
Please give a warm welcome for Monique Normand.
Thank you. Earring got stuck. I'm just excited to be here today and to see how many people came out just to support. I'm a huge fan of Secretary Castro, and I campaigned for him when he was still in the running. My name is Monique. I'm originally from Las Vegas, Nevada, born and raised, and I've been here in Reno for a good 13 years now, long time. I worked as a community organizer and as a social worker, and I have to say, when my candidate, like maybe some of you, whose candidate didn't make it, you know, I was really heartbroken, and I was kind of like, what am I gonna do, you know? And I had to really put in perspective some of the things that are on the line right now for us in our country, right? I know exactly. I know that I had to get up, I had to go vote, and I know that Biden was the choice. A couple of things that I care about, you know, policing right now in our country has to change. Racism right now in our country has to change. And I know if Trump stays in office, right, nothing's gonna happen. Yeah. The other thing that's really close to my heart is mental health right now. I am a social worker, licensed social worker. I'm working on my clinical license right now. And I can tell you, the people that come in who can't get the services they need because they can't afford it, or either there's programs that don't exist, our state's losing out. And so, again, I know that Biden is the choice, and I had to go vote. And so I just want to encourage you all to keep talking with your families and friends who are maybe on the fence, or just feel like they don't want to vote because their candidate didn't win, right? Like, there's so much more on the line for this election, and we have to go out, we have to use our voices right now. The other thing I want to encourage you to do is really watch for our local elections. Those people directly affect us. We need to be voting for them. We need to be researching those people that we're putting in office. So thank you again for coming out and supporting, and see you later.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our state Senate candidate, Wendy Jauregui-Jackins.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you so much for coming out and showing your support for all of us and for our next President of the United States, Joe Biden. For those of you who I haven't had the chance to meet, again, my name is Wendy Jauregui-Jackins, and I am working my tail off to represent you in Nevada State Senate as your next senator for District 15. I'm a first-generation American. Both of my parents are immigrants from Mexico, and they came to this country and they worked hard to give their 5 kids every opportunity to succeed and thrive in life. And it's time that Senate District 15 is represented by someone who cares about every single person in this community, regardless of where they live or what they look like. One of the most important things to me is public education. I am a product of public education. I benefited from great programs in school like English language learner, bilingual classes, and free and reduced lunch program. And so I know the importance of programs like those to so many families because I know how important they were to my family. We have to fight for our health care here at the state level. We know that it's under attack at the federal level. And so women's rights, mental health, every type of health care out there, we need to ensure that Nevada is providing accessible, affordable, and quality health care to everyone because health care is a human right. And lastly, as an appraiser for the county assessor, I'm out there visiting properties every day, and I see the lack of affordable housing options for so many people in our community. Our hardworking Nevadans shouldn't have to be broke when they're working full-time. They shouldn't have to make decisions like paying rent or taking their children to the hospital, or paying rent or feeding their families. The median home price this summer here in the Reno area hit $460,000. Rents are through the roof. We need to make sure we have a leader who's willing to have conversations with community activists, with community leaders, every stakeholder, including developers, to make sure that we can offer incentives to incentivize those developers to help us bring affordable housing options online here in our local community. These are the things that I want to fight for, and these are the things that Joe Biden will fight for as well at the federal level. We need to work together to make sure that every single one of us, every single one of our friends and family members is out there and gets out to vote. We need to make sure that they're not just voting, but they're voting Democrat up and down that ticket so that we can make some good change. I'm pretty sure that almost everyone here has already voted, so let's continue to talk to our friends. If they have any questions as to the voting process or where to vote, they can go to nevadavotesearly.com and they can go to nevadavota.com. Thank you so much. Again, thank you so much. Let's do this.
Please give us those honks for our next Congresswoman, Patricia Ackerman.
Okay, everybody, are you feeling the energy? Yeah, for sure. We are going to see a Biden-Harris win. I guarantee you. You know, our campaign has been out. We have been reaching out to the people, and I'm telling you all here, I think you all are feeling the same energy as we are. We are going to win. We are going to win because losing is not an option. Right? All right. I'm Patricia Ackerman. I am your congressional candidate for CD2, and we are going to make history here. Yeah. I also want to give another round of applause to these amazing speakers we've already got. So give up the honks for them. Wendy and all, they are amazing. Yes. Yes. Okay. You know, that music that we got cranking in these speakers keep me dancing the whole time. I think we need to have a dance party afterwards. All right, everybody. Just like Wendy, I'm first generation American. My parents are immigrants. And I'll tell you what, I will fight every single day of my life to make sure that anybody who is brutalized, marginalized, discriminated against, or just plain can't get ahead, we are going to fight. Every Democrat is going to get into this fight, and we are going to make sure that we create an equality that will go on forever. Woohoo! This is what we Democrats stand for. It's for the working class. It's for your sisters and brothers that live down the street and in the community, the next river over. We want everybody to thrive in America, and that's what we are going to build on. We will build a healthcare system that will be affordable and accessible to everyone, no matter what your skin color is, no matter what your zip code. We are going to make this happen. Yes. Woo-hoo! And by God, we are going to make a habitable planet, because if we don't do that, nothing else matters. You doggone right. And we are going to make sure that every single one of those corrupt folks that are in government get the high road. I guarantee you we will fight. Ladies and gentlemen, I ask for your vote. I ask for your voice. Get out there, put the pedal to the metal until November 3rd, until we get every single office from the top of the ticket down to the bottom in office that's a Democrat, so we can fight for an equitable America. God bless you all. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage Attorney General Aaron Ford.
Good afternoon, Nevadans. Good afternoon. I am Aaron Ford, your Attorney General, and I am glad to be here with you today. How are we feeling out there? All right. Hey, so let me just cut to the chase. As Joe Biden would say, here's the deal. Y'all know why you're here. You know what's at stake. You know what we have to do. We have to get out there and vote. Now, a lot of people have asked me in the past, why are you voting? What's your motivation? It's a similar question they would ask me when I was running for office. And the answer is similar, but it's a little different. You see, for me, it's personal. It's personal. I'm a black man, as if you couldn't tell. And in the South, where I'm born and raised, this franchise was denied. This opportunity to express yourself at the ballot box was suppressed. I didn't experience the suppression, but my mama did. My step-parents did. My grandparents did. And I know the importance of being able to have this right. So I vote because it is a reflection and respect for the sacrifice. But I also vote for 4 other reasons. And these were the 4 reasons that I would name when I was running for office. And they go by the names of Avery, Devin, Deuce, and Alexander. Those are my 3 sons and my nephew that my wife and I raised. You see, they deserve to have a future without someone in the office of the highest office in our land that isn't an existential threat to their future. See, that's a word I learned. I used to share that. That's a word I learned in high school when I was in this program that helped poor folks like me get ready for college. Existential. It means related to your existence. And I said on a stage in October of 4 years ago that this man who's now our president was an existential threat to us. And I mean to all of us. He came out the box. You remember this. He came out the box saying that Mexicans and their immigrants who were coming here were rapists and criminals. You see, Mexican immigrants are fighting for their existence. Soon after that, he said, Wendy, he said he can grab you wherever he wants. Women are fighting for their existence. But soon after he got elected, he told Muslims that they couldn't travel. Muslims are fighting for their existence. It didn't take long for him to say, if you come to my country seeking asylum, I'm gonna take your babies and put them in cages, and then I'm gonna lose you. They're fighting for their existence. You remember Charlottesville when he said there were good people on both sides? If you look like me, or if you were one of my Jewish brothers and sisters, you're fighting for your existence. If you like to breathe clean air or drink clean water, this man is rolling back environmental protections. You're literally fighting for your existence. And heaven forbid you're sick or have a pre-existing condition, or even worse right now, get COVID. This man on Monday may very well get to confirm a woman to the Supreme Court who is likely to vote to gut the Affordable Care Act. Your health care is on the ballot, and you are literally fighting for your existence. So, like I said, or like Biden would say, here's the deal. You gotta get out there and vote. Wendy said it, you probably have already done it. Those who are here have probably already voted. But you know someone who hasn't voted, so go get them. Have them show up. They don't even have to be registered yet. They can register at the polls. Have them show up. Have them come out there and represent the sacrifice and the struggle of the past, and to work for my children, your children, our futures. Help us fight for our existence. Get out to vote. Thank y'all so much. Thank you very much.
please welcome all the way from San Antonio, Texas, Secretary Julián Castro.
Good afternoon. It's good to see y'all, Reno. First of all, I want to give a shout out to your great Attorney General, Aaron Ford. Let's give him a big round of applause for the great work that he's doing. I have to say, I especially like him because he's a fellow Texan, born and raised in Dallas, Texas. I want to give a shout out also to all of your great elected officials and Democratic leaders who had an opportunity to speak and that I had a chance to see today. Are y'all ready to win this state for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? I feel a lot of energy here in Nevada. I see a lot of people fired up and ready to go vote, or they have already voted. Who's already voted? Honk your horn if you voted already. All right. And we know why it's so important to go out and vote. We know what we've had to deal with these last 4 years in the United States. We've had a president who's fallen short, who has failed our country. We have more than 220,000 people dead from the coronavirus. We have an economy where so many people are still out of work and so many small businesses are still shuttered. In our country, we continue to reach for, to strive for full equality, no matter the color of your skin or your background. But we have a president who can't lead us forward, but wants to take us backward when it comes to living up to the highest ideals of our nation. We have a president whose administration decided to separate children from their families and who has not been able to find the parents for 545 children. That is a disgrace and a stain on our national legacy. We have a president who is trying right now to take away health care from millions of Americans and from so many Nevadans without a plan to replace the Affordable Care Act. And on the other hand, we have Joe Biden. We have Joe Biden, a man of character, a man of experience, a man of wisdom, and a man with a plan. A man with a plan to get us past this pandemic, a man with a plan to put people back to work, to get our economy back up and going. A man with a plan to make sure that if you're black or white or Latino or Asian American, Native American, no matter who you are in our country, you have a fair shot at opportunity to reach your American dream. You know, I had the chance to work with Joe Biden in the Obama-Biden administration. And I remember on Veterans Day 2016, being in Wilmington, Delaware with the Vice President, Joe Biden and Barack Obama and First Lady Michelle Obama put a lot of time into trying to end veteran homelessness. And on Veterans Day of 2016, we went to Wilmington because they had reached the functional end of veteran homelessness there in Delaware. And I remember his passion. I remember the energy that he had and the delight that he took in the progress that we were making. And it was a powerful reminder and a demonstration that Joe Biden has always been about serving other people and not serving himself. I want a president who's going to make sure that he's serving the American people and not just serving himself in the Oval Office. Here's why I'm in Nevada. A lot of people think out there that Nevada is a foregone conclusion, that y'all are going to go Democratic. And you know what? I think you're going to go Democratic too. I think you're going to go for Joe Biden. I think y'all are gonna go for Wendy Jauregui in the state Senate race, Jackins in the state Senate race. But here's the thing. 4 years ago, nobody thought that we were gonna lose Michigan and Wisconsin and Pennsylvania. We ended up losing those states that had gone blue for a long time by 77,000 votes collectively. And we came close to losing Minnesota, too. Just a few thousand votes. And so in this campaign, what's going on is that the Trump campaign is out there looking for a state that they might be able to steal a victory in. That they might be able to get in that is a little bit soft in support and take away. Are y'all gonna let them do that here in Nevada? Are you gonna win it for Joe Biden and Kamala Harris? I came out here because I know how hard Democrats have worked. A majority female legislature. Overwhelming wins in 2018. A Democratic governor in Steve Sisolak. Fantastic legislation because of that. So much progress in the state over the last few years. But it's all on the line in these next 9 days. This morning I woke up, got up, and I found the first tweet of the day, not from the president. It was a good tweet. It said that in Texas, the latest poll showed Joe Biden 48, Donald Trump 45. If we can do that in the state of Texas, y'all can do that here in Nevada, right? So I came here to thank you, to say gracias for everything that y'all have been doing, and to challenge you to use every moment of these next 9 days to talk to your friends and your family and your coworkers, your classmates, your relatives, everybody that you can, and get them to go vote early before October 30th, or as a last chance on election day to make sure that you put Joe Biden and Kamala Harris over the top. And if we do that, our reward is going to be every single person in this country getting health care that they deserve. Our reward is going to be more of our kids crossing a graduation stage on their way to reaching their dreams. Our reward is going to be getting past this pandemic. Our reward is going to be leading on climate change in the world again. Our reward is going to be having a man sitting in the Oval Office and a woman at the Naval Observatory as vice president who understand that Black lives matter, and that no matter who you are, you should be treated the same in this country. And our reward is going to be that together as a nation we can come together and do so many great things in the years ahead, with a chief executive who is competent and effective and who has a heart to spend the time to try and bring us together despite our differences, so that instead of becoming more and more divided and polarized and at each other's necks in this country, we're actually able to dream together again, to work together again toward a country that achieves big things, that is the envy of the world for the right reasons, that is respected again, that is peaceful in the world. So I look forward on November 3rd. I'm going to be at home in Texas, hopefully in warm weather. I'm going to be watching y'all out here in Nevada. I told people during the campaign that my two favorite places to visit were Nevada and Arizona. And y'all can check this with my staff that's here. I told people the whole way through that in Nevada, that northern Nevada was my favorite place. Reno, going up to Carson City, I love the community that y'all are building here, that you have here. I'm going to be watching. I want to see that Wendy has won her state Senate race. I want to see that y'all have elected more Democrats to the state legislature to help out Governor Sisolak and get more great work done. I look forward to Sean Hannity announcing that the 6 electoral votes of Nevada have gone to Joe Biden and Kamala Harris. And we're going to celebrate the moment they announced that we've ditched Mitch McConnell and gone with a Democratic Senate. We have a Democratic president, a Democratic Senate, a Democratic House, and a brighter future for our United States of America. Thank you so much. Go make it happen, Reno. Go make it happen.